How's it going, guys? It's your boy Lieutenant Dan with another Falcons film breakdown. Today I wanted to show you a little bit of Takk McKinley and the new format that we're using right now and some of the new media sources that we've been using. You're going to see Takk McKinley at the top of your screen there. And what we're going to see on this play is the Falcons use 5 rushers. So it's really interesting to actually see this play kind of go down. Takk McKinley is going to be at the top of your screen there, and he's going to come against the left-hand side against the left tackle. One of the things that I see on this play and some of the stuff that I wanted to break down is that the line slides to the right-hand side, as you can see, and brings the linebackers for extra rush. So they actually bring 6 guys. What's most important about this play, though, is that when the slide happens, the Rams' offensive line does a great job of reacting to that, forcing Adrian Claiborne and Takk McKinley out to the outside instead of having cutback lanes to the inside. This pushes Takk McKinley completely out of the play and also has Adrian Claiborne slip underneath too. This gives Jared Goff a running lane. Fortunately enough, Vic Beasley was there and was able to get the pickup sack after Goff fell on the ground. You're going to see him on the left-hand side of your screen on this view. And you're going to see what I'm talking about as the Falcons line begins to adjust and slip to the left-hand side. Vic Beasley plays contain on the right-hand side. And without a cutback lane to the inside, Dontari Poe, Adrian Claiborne, and Takk McKinley are completely handled and pushed out of the play. Had Takk McKinley had an inside lane or a cutback lane to be able to utilize one of his technique moves to cut inside and attack Jared Goff, this would have been a sack. But Adrian Claiborne and Takk McKinley were pushed straight out of the play. And fortunately enough, Jared Goff slips on the terrible turf and Vic Beasley picks up the sack. What's interesting about this play is that Takk McKinley is in a 4-point stance. And on the ground, he shoots through the lineman. Now, does he make an effect on this play? Not 100%. But it does stop Todd Gurley from having to shoot back to the inside. Let's take a look at the play at hand. McKinley will shoot the gap right here. 79, who will have trouble later in this game, by the way, with Takk McKinley, is going to let him pass right through. Gurley hits the outside hole here and will gain a few yards after the play. But the interesting part is actually watching from this angle. There you see Takk McKinley on the line, in between number 68 and number 79. Takk will shoot this gap with extreme prejudice. Had this been a play-action play, Jared Goff would be dead. But thankfully, it's actually a run out to Gurley. Gurley's initial line going to the outside is open, thanks to the left tackle's block. And Takk, all by him's lonesome, has done his job for the most part, blowing up the initial hole that could have been a cutback lane. Now, this is the play that everybody wanted to see. You're going to take a look at Takk McKinley. I'm going to use a couple different ways to view this, and you guys tell me in the comments what you think. The first portion of this video, I kind of wanted to sound a little more stiff and robotic. Now I'm going to be a little more open. But you're going to see Takk McKinley at the end here. 4 down linemen. You're going to have your corners out, linebackers shifted over to the right-hand side, and then the rest of the defensive backs back here. But you're going to see Takk McKinley down at the bottom of the screen here. But you're going to see him take on this right tackle. And what's so amazing is that he's the one that has the most initial burst next to Grady Jarrett. Then he's going to hit this right tackle, and the right tackle is not going to fare well with this shoulder hit. Right shoulder to right shoulder, Takk McKinley kind of squares him up, and when we zoom in, we're actually going to see what's wrong with this right tackle and what he did wrong. But McKinley bursts right through, cleans up for the sack. Let's take a look at the other angle, because I think you guys are going to have a really good time with it. There's McKinley on the right-hand side of the screen. McKinley's going to come at number 79, who's going to square up. And this speed on the right-hand side by McKinley, just the burst off the line is incredible. But that hit right there, you can see, has the right tackle's butt sticking out. He leaned over. He's almost planking. So what we've got here is an offensive lineman that is off balance. And by doing so, he did not get hands on the defensive end with the speed coming at him so quickly and the quick shoulder hit. So there are many different ways you can attack an offensive lineman, but one of the best ways is to use your own body. I wouldn't particularly call this a bull rush, but I would call it some type of speed bend, quick hit. But this initial hit, and you guys tell me in the comments what you think about this. This initial hit to the tackle's right shoulder with Takk McKinley's right shoulder. And it's not really even a bend, but more of a power quick hit, is able to get this tackle off balance and allow McKinley to then clean up. Look at this tackle on the ground.
Doing the people. Oh!
Somebody! Oh!
He needs some milk.
Milk. This man right here, he needs milk.
Got him! Got him!
And that's what you get with McKinley coming off the edge like this. That initial hit right there shows everything. Not really even any pass rush moves, and you can tell that the right arm is coming underneath the right arm of the tackle. So you see McKinley's arm coming up underneath for that rip. But the tackle's so off balance that McKinley just walks by him and gets this sack.
Now, against the left tackle here, you're going to see Takk McKinley use a bull rush. And without a lot of technical prowess right now, McKinley is raw, but that athleticism allows him to get away with a lot of things. In this particular instance, we're going to see McKinley bull rush this left tackle. Because of the field conditions, you're going to see the left tackle slide a little bit and control McKinley. What I'd like to see him do a little bit better on this play is hand fight, dip inside or outside towards the quarterback, and possibly use a rip, or I wouldn't say stunt move, but throw his hands in there. Just use a little more hand fighting to get control here. You're going to see the get off is great and the initial contact is good. Let's show it from the other angle. And you're going to see him on the right-hand side of your screen right here. And I really do like this attack at the left tackle, but he needs to get his hands, extend those hands out, and make first contact. I do like this approach, but it would be better, just a little critiquing, would be better if he throws his hands out, or at least one hand out, to get the tackle to extend those arms so that he can bat them away, go around, dip under, however he wants to attack this. I think 2018 is going to be a learning process for him. He's already learned so much. And through the rest of this play, you're going to see that he kind of just pushes through. I think there's so much to like about Takk McKinley. Now, number 79, the right-hand tackle, is going to have issues with Takk McKinley. I said that earlier in the video that he's going to have issues. You're going to see McKinley at the top of the screen. You're going to see number 79. And he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that McKinley does not get this sack or interrupt the play as it goes. And it's just going to be a straight bear hug. He's going to get these calls, especially when he uses athleticism. Just bear hugs him. Nothing that Takk could do. Nothing that wouldn't be called in any regular game anywhere else. You see McKinley kind of, there's a post here. I don't know why they have posts extra. I don't know why they have flag poles in the NFL stadiums right there. But anyway, you got McKinley sitting there. And he's just going to get hugged. He's just going to get completely bear hugged. See, boom, immediately, bear hug. Doesn't want him to do anything at all. You want to stay away from this bear hug, McKinley. You need to extend those arms out instead of trying to throw your shoulder into it. He still influences the play a little bit and sells it a little bit as well at the end there. Good job and awareness to know that you need to sell that right there. Just sells it. Good stuff. So on my last piece of film here, I want to highlight Takk McKinley in the run game, which, you know, I usually want to leave things on a positive note. I usually don't throw too many negative or condescending or critical sprinkles in. I don't usually like to do that. But you see McKinley right here on the edge. You're going to see him set the edge, keep his eyes in the backfield, watch for where Todd Gurley goes, and then pounce on him here. And it's a testament to Takk McKinley and who he is as a player. Makes initial contact, watches the inside gap, then jumps to the outside and makes this tackle. Let's look at it again from the next point of view. You're going to see McKinley on the left-hand side of your screen, and he's going to just make contact with the tight end here. See the initial run by Gurley towards the inside, jump back to the outside and make this tackle. It is paramount for people to understand that this is a man who will probably get an A+ grade coming out of the 2017 NFL draft, having a full season and getting a look back. And I feel that going into 2018, this is the guy that you want to be your main pass rusher. I know we've got Vic Beasley. I know we've got Adrian Claiborne. I know we've got quite a other few little pieces sprinkled in here, Brooks Reed. But this is the guy right here that's going to be the main pass rusher for the Atlanta Falcons going forward. My name is Lieutenant Dan. This was a Falcons film breakdown. Please go support me on Patreon at Unintentional Grounding, and go find me on Twitter and Instagram at the handle UNGR_show. Hit a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get notified when new content comes out. And share this content with all the peeps. Go into the comments section and talk about Takk McKinley in this video. What did you think about Takk McKinley this season? We still have one more film breakdown of him in the Eagles game, and we're going to have some fun talking about that too. Again, my name is Lieutenant Dan. This was Unintentional Groundings Falcons film breakdown. Peace out.